All right, guys. So let's talk your virtual briefing for Warzone. So here's the deal. As you start, you're going to start by yourself or with a buddy, and the game is yours, right? Scavenge, steal, loot, trade. Do whatever you can to be the player with the most gold at the end of the day. That is your primary objective. That's the only thing to think about. However you want to earn the gold is completely up to you. All right. So during the day, there will be two clans to join, the Raiders and the Reavers. And if you want that more team head-to-head fighting, you're going to want to join one of those clans. It's that simple, red and blue respectively. You have to trade your coins to get there, but that's how you get there. Later tonight, around 4:35, depending on your energy, we will call it. We'll end the day op, the open worldness, and we'll do prizes, we'll do raffles, and then we'll also take a mandatory dinner break. After the dinner break, we'll do our night ops. Night ops will divide everybody up into two, maybe three teams, depending on how many people stay. Right? I will tell you that if I have four players that want to do a 2v2 in alpha, we'll do it. Right? If I've got all 30 of you wanting to keep playing, oh, we're going to divide up. We're going to get some gear going. We're going to get some LEDs out, and we're going to have a hellacious night. Absolutely. We're bringing out all of our night ops from Future World and all of our props and everything we got to give you guys a hellacious, very long play day and night. So it's all based on your energy for how that night goes. Okay? Now, let's talk. First thing I want to talk about, of course, the how do you know what's going on with this game? It's a very dynamic game. There's going to be a lot of things changing, and you have to find some way to pay attention to what's going on, or you will be lost. All right. The first one is to have a radio tuned into the channel 422220. That is our Intel channel. That channel is where you get updates about the game. We will tell you if stalkers are activated, what traders have sold out of items, which players have bounty on their heads, which clans are currently available. Everything about this game is going to be broadcasted on 422220. That is not a channel we want you players talking on. That is just for us to announce updates. And one little change we're going to make this game is we're actually going to try something different. We're going to use our Discord to give you those updates. So if you don't have a radio, we know you got a phone. All right? So pull your phone out, get on our Discord, and there's going to be a Warzone announcements channel that only us admins are posting on with those same updates. So you'll be able to see the entire history of what has happened, what is going on, right there on your phone. Real simple, kind of like an Intel update, like on a video game. That was our thought. So all those updates will be there, so you know what's going on. There's also the other Warzone channel you can use to post pictures and goof off and tell people they suck or whatever you want to do. Have fun with it. All right. So that's how you can know what's going on, radio and the Discord. If you need help on the field, look for any of the staff members with the green sash on their arm. Those are our staff members. All of our staff members are the NPCs, the traders, the stalkers, admins with the orange jackets on, the guy who's in the kill house. All of them are our staff members. You need help, flag one of those guys down or use the radio channel right here on the screen to call them. That's the one that you should be using to call admins for emergencies. For emergencies. All right. You need game details. Look back at the website or your Intel packets. All right. Now, standard rules of the event are pretty simple. Full seal eye pro only. No gas between your lenses and the skin. Okay. And we will tell you to go get adequate eye pro. We've done it to probably 2 players every game we do because they wear some little crappy Home Depot or shooting glasses or something that you have to have something that stays on your head that is full seal eye pro. If you're having fog issues, go get some anti-fog. We've got anti-fog at both the URA booth and the Roanoke store. We've got X-Fogs available at the URA booth as well. Get the right equipment, guys, so you have some fun all day. That's the only thing I'm going to say about that. Now, if you're under the age of 18, you full face mask, absolutely. And all players need a dead rag. I don't care if it's white or if it's red. You must have a dead rag. Must have a dead rag. If you don't have one, we're going to tell you to get one. And you can get one at either of the booths that I just mentioned for the event day. Trades are always allowed. You both shoot each other at the same time. You both die at the same time. High five each other for the good sportsmanship and move on about it. All right, melee kills are allowed. Do not throw melee weapons at people. You can just soft tap your hand or a melee weapon if you have one. Soft tap is all you need. And at that point, you're instantly killed with a melee. Go to a spawn, get back in the game. All right. Also, we do allow safety kills with our events. If you get the drop on somebody, you're within 5 feet, they don't know you're there, and you can say safety, safety. If you say safety, it's a mandatory safety kill, guys. As the victim in that situation, take it like a man, high five that guy, and say thank you for not shooting me point blank, because nobody likes that. All right, and I don't want to see any attitudes, ruffled because you did shoot him in the back. But it happens. All right. Let's show some good sportsmanship for the entire day. Don't yell at the players to call their hits. Don't yell at the players because you think that you shot them. This is going to be a crazy day with lightweight ammo and a lot of craziness. So I'm expecting shots not to hit people. It's that simple. And be mindful of your gear. It's going to be cold. You guys are going to be wearing outfits. Be mindful of what it sounds like, what it feels like. You might not be able to hear it or feel it. So please show good sportsmanship if someone shoots at you and say they certainly shot you. Show them the benefit of the doubt and show some good sportsmanship. Okay, guys, please, for the love of God, do that for us. All right. Next little bit with the rules, of course, let's move into our weapon rules today. Weapon rules, as you know, we're only doing 3 different classes. We've got the assault class, the DMRs, and the snipers. Remember that all magazines have to be under 450 rounds, period. 450 round magazines, that's the cap, period. All right. High capa with a drum mag, 300 rounds is fine, right? A assault rifle with a 5,000 round drum mag, not fine, okay? Because it's over 450 rounds. It's that simple. Snipers and DMRs, you must have a pistol, because you have a 100-foot mid, and you can't even safety kill with those. So you must have some sort of secondary weapon if you're a DMR or a sniper. No personal ammo for the day portion of the event. You will all be given a ammo bag at the beginning of the event. And if you need more ammo after that and you've run out of ammo, you have to buy it. Buy it with your gold. And find the right trader to give you some ammo. Okay? Now, you're allowed to bring 2 grenades onto the field for use during the event. There will be some grenades that will be available as loot items, and trust me, you'll know which ones those are. And then, of course, you've got your grenades that you can bring on. You can bring on 2 grenades. Use those. I would highly recommend saving those to take out swarms of bad guys or the stalkers. You're going to want those for them. When it comes to the grenades, we're allowing the frags, the yellow smoke, and the red smoke. We're going to do all 3 for you guys today. Frag grenades. If you're within 15 foot and you're not behind hard cover, you're hit. You're instantly killed with a frag grenade. Standard field rule for that one. We've got the yellow smoke. Yellow smoke, again, 15-foot kill radius with the yellow smoke. Does not matter about the cover at all. 15 foot. And that 15 foot is a radiation zone while the smoke is coming out of the grenade. So if you're using the micros with 30 seconds for 30 seconds, 15 foot is the kill radius, period. And I don't know how many people I've seen throw one of those and they run right next to it and they just killed themselves. It's that simple. Smoke grenades, the smoke itself can even hit you. The wind picks up and blows that smoke 100 yards downwind. It will kill everybody within its path. It's that simple. Smokes and frags have no allies, guys. It'll kill your enemies, your friendlies, even yourself. So be careful when you're using these things. Be mindful of the wind, or you will kill yourself. It happens all the time. The best way to know if you get hit with smoke is if you can smell it. If you can smell that smoke, you're definitely hit. It's that simple. Now, we're using the yellow smoke and the red smoke today, and I'm going to tell you there's 2 differences. Yellow smoke will instantly kill you. There's no bleed out with yellow smoke. It will instantly kill you. And red smoke, however, will send you into bleed out. So think red smoke, red blood, bleed out. Okay, so red smoke, if you're hit, will send you to bleed out. Yellow, you're instantly killed, just like a frag grenade. All right, so using red is a good opportunity to loot people. Throw one of those, nuke a bunch of folks, and you be done. If you run out of your 2 grenades and you would like to use some more grenades for the event, you need to purchase it. Just run up to the admin in the tent and be like, hey, I want to go to my truck and go get some more red grenades. Here's 1 gold token. And then you can restock your 2 grenades so you can wipe the floor with more people. Okay? So that's how you can restock grenades. You can start with 2 and you have to spend to use more. All right? Let's see some good sportsmanship with that rule. And other than that, that is it. Oh, I did want to mention a lot of you were saying, is this a semi-only event or is this a full auto event? I'm going to tell you, I want to see you guys using semi-fire only for the event. It's that simple. Semi-fire only. And that's a good way to go because you have limited ammunition. Why waste it on full auto, right? Semi-fire only, please, guys. All right? And now let's talk about your bleed outs. You've got multiple spawns all over the field. There's 5 spawn points all over the field, all marked with a red flag. A red flag. And you can use any of them as you see fit. If you're getting tired of fighting towards the north and you want to be dead and then travel to a southern respawn, by all means, okay? It is your choice where you spawn from during the duration of the event. Now be mindful, there might be other players spawning from that location, so let's show some good sportsmanship and don't like just wait from the walk 10 feet from the tree and shoot them in the back. All right, let's show some good restraint. You know, give them a few moments because you wouldn't want to be spawn trapped either, okay? Good sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship. Now, when you are hit, first thing you do, dead rag out, get to your knees. You have a mandatory 3-minute bleed out. Mandatory. Right? Mandatory. Mandatory. Okay? I don't care who you are. 3-minute mandatory bleed out. All right? You're on your knees. You got your dead rag on. You're allowed to crawl. You're allowed to talk. If you have allies, you can say, hey, they're behind a tree. You can talk, no problem. You can crawl to cover if you like. You can crawl out the way. You can try to outrun them on your knees. Totally up to you. All right? For 3 minutes, you're in that bleed out. Okay? During your 3 minutes, several things can happen. All right? The enemy can come up and tag you. When you're tagged, your kill confirmed, and he then may loot 2 items from you. He can take your medkits. He can take your gold, right? Because there's 2 things that they can loot. If you don't have anything, you just die, and they move on. Okay? So that's the first thing you have. You can be kill confirmed. Second thing, you can apply your medkit, right? If you're down, you wait for 10 seconds, and then you can apply your wristbands that you're all given at the start of the game. And then guess what? You just self-resed yourself. Great job. Self-revive band. Awesome. Get it going. You're back up and going. But after 10 seconds, so you can use that. Now, the next thing that can happen is, of course, a medic. A medic can come and revive you, right? Now, a standard medic will come over to you and tag you for 60 seconds, and then you're back into the game. Now, be cautious. Some medics might charge you for their services, right? They might ask for something in return. Maybe they're looking for an alliance, or they want 1 piece of gold to heal you. If you end up having to trade with them for them to heal you, guys, show some good sportsmanship. Don't shoot them in the back and then just loot 2 items from them. Let's show some restraint and have some fun with it. All right, that may or may not happen. We'll find out. All right. And then, of course, the last thing that can happen once you bleed out is after 3 minutes, you're instantly dead. You can pick any of the spawns and get back in the game. It's that simple. Okay. That's all the basic rules. Let's go into what the actual event is, all the juicy details of what's going on today. So as you start the game, as you guys know, you're going to start off with a certain number of gold. You're also going to start off with a player number. You have to wear this player number on your dog tags. This is important because we're going to ask you for this number for your trades with our traders and our stalkers, right? They're going to want to know. We're going to be recording what we're giving out to who, so we can kind of gauge who the most powerful players are on the field. That'll help us gauge the end of the day prizes, and it'll help us gauge kind of if we put a bounty on your head or not. This is important. Do not lose that number. Keep it on your dog tag. Your gold is yours to trade. Put that in your pocket. It's fine. Don't lie that you don't have any when people are trading. You'll also be given, and I'm not going to show you on the video, your armbands. It's a special color that we got, and we're not going to show you what that is. And then you'll also be given an ammo bag with around 600 rounds of ammunition in your bag. So you'll have plenty to start off the game with. When you need more ammo again, trade in your gold for more ammo to one of the traders that have the ammo, and you're ready to rock and roll. And that's all the starting equipment you guys are going to get. After that, rock it. Because remember, no personal ammo during the day portion of the event. All right, so you started the event out, and now let's talk about the player upgrades. There's some upgrades available for you guys. I'm going to give you the basics. So player upgrades come as black tokens, and all of the traders have special things they're trading as they're walking around. So you're going to want to try to find all the traders to find out who's got what. Absolutely. All right. Now this one here is a black token, as I mentioned. Black are your upgrades, and black is not lootable from player to player. So if you spend some gold on this, put it on your dog tag. That's mandatory, and nobody can loot this from you. You are allowed to trade this if you like. You can trade this to another player for gold or maybe a different power up or whatever you like. And I highly encourage that because remember, all of the upgrades are very limited on the field. So these eventually could earn you some money if you're being that swindler trader guy, all right? But let's talk about what they do. So this is the bleed out token. This will minus 1 minute from your bleed out, which means that my bleed out, if I have one of these, is what, guys? 2 minutes. So now I just have to sit in the mud for 2 minutes for a bleed out, and then I'm ready to go. You are allowed to stack this one. So you can buy 2 of these upgrades, and now your bleed out is only a minute. Again, wear them on you. Show if there people are saying, hey, you're cheating, say, hey, I've got the power up. I'm all good. That's why we want them on your neck, so people can kind of see that you're a power player, right? So this is the bleed out tokens. They're pretty valuable. The next token that you guys are going to like is the loot token. This will allow you to take twice as much loot from a downed enemy. So as you know, standard, you're only allowed to take 2 items from a player. This will allow you to take 4 items from a player. So if you want to just run around and steal a lot of stuff, this one will help you do it. You're limited to 1 of these per person, and there's a very limited amount of these on the field as well. Actually, that's true for every upgrade that we have. So these will be available for you as well. And then we've got the medic token. This You become a medic. Congratulations. You will be able to go to any player, and as you saw earlier, 60-second tap, and you're ready to rock and roll. You will also be given a white armband to put on your arm so that people will know that you are a medic. So you'll be able to heal anyone, and again, you'll be able to charge for your services. You're allowed to charge upwards of 1 loot item for your services, or maybe an alliance or something. You play with it. Use it to your advantage, being a medic, and there's very limited amount of these on the field. The last one, of course, is the Revive token. Actually, it's not the last. This is the last token. This is the Revive token. This will allow you, after 3 minutes, mandatory 3 minutes, to self-revive. Pretty cool. Now, you are allowed to have every one of these on your persons if you want. Right? If you have the medic one, you won't be able to heal yourself, but you can heal others. You can have this one, you can have this one, but I think the biggest one that I might get some questions on is if you have the bleed out tokens and the revive token, right? This gives you options, guys. This does not mean that the revive is now a 1 minute self revive. That's not what this means. You can have this and choose to die after a minute, go revive yourself after a minute so people can't loot you. But this is a mandatory 3 minute stay, and then you self revive. And you don't have to self revive. If you're like, dude, I'm just going to go to spawn and attack you from another angle because this area stinks, then you can. You have options, guys. You have options. But they don't all stack on top of each other and make you super impressive, but you have options. It gives you options. Now, the other upgrades that we have available is the Ares Alpha upgrade, if you want. It's actually the cheapest one of the bunch. We don't have a token for it. But the Ares Alpha one will give you access to the app, right? And that's very important if you are a trader. It will give you live information of where the zones are, what the maps are, where you're at on the map, live tracking. And the big thing is you'll be able to track the traders and the stalkers live. So you'll be able to know exactly where all the traders are. You'll be able to know exactly where the active stalker is. So when you hear, hey, Rooney is now an active stalker, you can go, okay, well, he's on the other side of the map. I'm not worried about him. Oh my gosh, he's 50 yards from me. I need to run, right? So you'll have all that available for you as well. And then the other upgrade, which I didn't make one for presentation, is a balloon shield, invincibility, right? You'll be given a balloon. That balloon is your overshield, and you have invincibility for as long as that balloon is alive, right? We might tweak that later in the day. We'll see how the cold affects the helium, but you'll be able to be invincible until your balloon pops. So that'll give you some big perks right there. You have to keep it up in the air, right? And be mindful of the trees because it will definitely pop you. And players can pop that any way they see fit. I've seen EG67s pop these balloons, right? I've seen people just cut the string or pop it with a stick or something. Just be careful. They're going to be trying to pop that thing to take your invincibility down. And again, very limited number of all of these things on the field. Those are all your upgrades, guys. More and all details on the cheat sheets that you're going to be getting. Now, let's talk the clans. There are 2 clans available, the Raiders and the Reavers, and they're both looking for teammates, right? So there will be 1 or 2 of these available for scavenging that you need to find. I guarantee you there's going to be 1 or 2 of these so you can get part of a clan for free if you find it. And that's true for all these upgrades, by the way. So when you join a clan, I'm going to tell you right out the gate, you're going to get special perks. You'll be allowed to purchase heavier ammo. All your teammates will be medics within themselves. You'll get an armband to dictate what your team is, and you'll be given those missions to have more, team versus team objectives and not just survival. So if you want that, you're going to have to get there, right? And I'm sure that eventually all players will be part of one of these two clans, and it's going to evolve into that Force v Force gameplay that I know you guys like as well. But think about this. You're going to have two teams fighting objectives like a King of the Hill or something, and then there's going to be a plethora of non-team affiliated people just getting in the muck of it and creating some chaos. And that's what we're looking for. So it's going to be really fun, guys. You guys are going to really like it. All right, it's going to be really, really crazy. So clans are available out there as well. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, of course, is our stalkers. Every one of you at the start of the game will have one of these stalker coins. Okay, these stalker coins are valuable for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you manage to keep this coin till the end of the day, right, you will get +5 to your points at the end of the day. So congratulations, you were running your butt off, right? This is worth 5 points to the end of the day. Again, not lootable, but tradable, all right? These are very powerful. Now, stalkers are actually hunting these down. Stalkers, when they kill you, are going to try to take this coin from you first. So this will guard your loot, because if you don't have this coin, they're going to take your gold, right? So you want to have at least one of these on you at all times in case the stalker shows up, right? Now, if you want to get more of these coins, again, you can trade them like I mentioned, or you can take down a stalker. And there are two types of stalkers that we're going to have on the field. You might see a stalker that has a balloon or several balloons. There's probably 3 of them above his head. You manage to pop those balloons, you completely eliminated that stalker. He's going to drop down on his knees for 1 minute. You run up, you tag him. He's going to give you another coin. Congratulations. Right? So that's the first type of stalker you're going to see. The second type of stalker you're going to see is going to be playing loud music. No balloons, just music. And if you see that, hear that music, that means the only thing he's vulnerable to is grenades. So you have to use a grenade, which will cause a 1 minute cooldown with him. You run up in that 1 minute, tag him, earned a coin. Awesome. If you don't manage to tag him in that 1 minute, he's going to get back up, self-revive, and keep coming at you. So think about that, as you might want to save those grenades, as I said earlier. So there will be a couple available as well for looting purposes. There will be some available for you guys. So that is our stalkers, our clans, our upgrades, and everything about this game.